Weaver. Welcome to another exciting hour of Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling.
And superstar Billy Graham in his Halloween colors has quickly got the Golden Terror up in that backbreaker.
What a quick win.
And a very quick, impressive win for the man with the python arms. Bad to the bone superstar Billy Graham. Decked out in his Halloween colors. We're going to get to see this. And we're going to see Graham with that big foot up on the Golden Terror. From there, up to the backbreaker, the winner, superstar Billy Graham.
Fans, as we say, what an exciting hour we have in store for you. We've been promising you more and more about Starrcade 85. Well, during this hour, we're going to find out just what Starrcade 85 is all about, and believe me, you don't want to miss that. Also, upcoming, we're going to have many, many exciting things during this match and during this hour also that you don't want to miss, fans. And a lady right here coming in, my heavens, Baby Doll, where is your champion, Baby Doll?
I'll tell you what, Tully sent me out here with a message for everyone. He's sending a hello from the French Riviera. You see, since Terry Allen has been dogging us, we've been able to take off a couple of days. By the way, where is Terry Allen? I haven't seen him so far. But listen, could you do me a favor if you do see him?
I'll be glad to.
Okay, seems like some of my accountant friends have told me that he's having some financial difficulties since he hasn't been able to meet some of his bills since he's been not dogging Tully Blanchard. Could you give him that from Tully Blanchard as a gift?
A check from Tully Blanchard. Fans, also, we'll be telling you a little more about it during this hour. We have new World Tag Team Champions. The Russians again are the champions. Also, the wrestling world is still abuzz with all that's been going on with Ric Flair and the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Well, we've been telling you about that from week to week. We've been trying to get an interview with Dusty Rhodes. Dusty has been very quiet about what happened to him. Recently, we had an interview upcoming in Atlanta. He was scheduled for an interview in Atlanta. Let's watch what happened right here, fans, during that interview with Dusty Rhodes.
There is a look, probably the most controversial thing in the world of professional wrestling, maybe in the history of professional wrestling, the left ankle, the left foot of this man right here, and we are very, very glad to see him back. We're talking about the World Television Champion, and welcoming back with me, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Two things need to be said real quick when I face the nation right now about this situation. I'd like to thank all the fans that send me the many cards and letters. I'd like to apologize publicly for the dates that I'm unable to make, the bookings I'm unable to make, because it's never in my history of my career of wrestling I was unable to perform.
You just can't believe it, fans. No end to what Arn Anderson's going to do. You saw him grab that championship belt, and off he went with it as he literally stole that championship belt. Just how long is this going to continue to go on? We'll be back. We'll have more right after we take this time out. The chant from the crowd, USA, but you're looking in the ring at the Russians, and they just so happen to be the new World Tag Team Champions. And here's big Nikita Koloff. Johnny Weaver, you see that? I can't believe Nikita Koloff made work, and that quick an order on Mac Jeffers. He just wrapped him up before we even knew what had happened. As the bell sounded, there went Nikita after him, and it was all over just that quickly.
And Nikita did not even get that new World Tag Team belt off from around his waist. The match was over. A clothesline, that Russian sickle by Nikita. He defeats Mac Jeffers. All right,
wrestling fans. I'm Roger Kent, here to tell you about Starrcade 85, the biggest event in professional wrestling in 1985, as part of the celebration of the 50th anniversary of Jim Crockett Promotions. Mr. Crockett will be along in a little bit to tell you about what's going to happen in Starrcade 85. But let's go back to the origin of Starrcade itself. Back in Greensboro, North Carolina, 1983. Yes, that's where the action took place. He got his chance to go after the World Championship. I'm talking about Ric Flair, Nature Boy, who had his crack at Harley Race for that championship. Let's go back in time and take a look at the action in Greensboro. Champion, bloody, proud, and unbowed. Well, Starrcade really grew from 1983 to 1984. The promoter, Mr. Jim Crockett and Jim Crockett Promotions, added some real frosting on the cake for the battle between Ric Flair and the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Yes, $1 million was put on the line to the winner of this event. Let's take a look at that $1 million. $10,000 in each package. Take a look at it and
the current and the challenger for the $1 million match, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Man, oh man, what action. Starrcade 84. Well, Starrcade 85 at hand. What can it hold? It has to hold something because Mr. Jim Crockett of Jim Crockett Promotions is making it part of the 50th anniversary of Jim Crockett Promotions. We have him with us right now, and I'd like to ask you, Jim, if I may, with the success of Starrcade 83, Starrcade 84, what can you pull out of the hat for Starrcade 85?
Roger, we've been spending the last year working on Starrcade 85, Starrcade 83, a flair for the gold, the $1 million challenge in 84 have developed Starrcade into the Super Bowl of professional wrestling, the World Series. It has become the greatest gathering of fans of all time, and that's one of our problems. We have so many fans that want to be a part of Starrcade that to solve this problem, we have added the Omni in Atlanta and its 18,000 seats. We're going to have co-host cities of Starrcade 85.
Now, how are they going to see this action in both cities?
We're going to add 4 giant screens around the scoreboard so that a fan sitting in Atlanta will be able to see the matches in Greensboro, and the fans in Greensboro will be able to see the matches in Atlanta. 10 big main event matches.
Okay, now tell us a little bit about some of the matches that you've got signed.
We have already signed for the World Tag Team Championship. The new champions, Ivan and Nikita Koloff, along with Crusher Khrushchev, will defend their titles against the former champions, the Rock and Roll Express, in a cage match.
In a cage.
No disqualification, no time limit. There must be a winner.
Well, I'll tell you, I'd like to take a look at some of the action that we've got when the Russians defeated the Rock and Roll Express. I think we ought to take a look at them right now if we can and see how this turned out. be a great return match. Okay, do you have any other matches signed on that card?
Yes, we do, Roger. As you well know and the fans know, in 1983 and 1984, the NWA World Heavyweight Champion defended his title. We now have a contract with the National Wrestling Alliance to headline Starrcade 85. The NWA World Heavyweight Champion will defend his title. The contestants in this match will be named on November 3rd. It's Starrcade 85, The Gathering.
Ladies and gentlemen, here they are. The team that's cleaning up professional wrestling, making it a safe place to be. Loverboy Dennis and beautiful Bobby, the Midnight Express.
The manager of the Midnight Express, and they are Loverboy Dennis and Beautiful Bobby. Their opponents across the ring, Johnny Weaver, we got Gerald Finley and Jim Jeffers.
And the Midnight Express entering the ring with Jim Cornette to the round of boos from our audience. And, you know, Jim Cornette has said that the Midnight Express is his mama's favorite team. She must be the only fan they have because they didn't have any in our auditorium, but they are a terrific team. A big elbow drop from the top rope, and now Loverboy Dennis. Is he in to finish him off, Bob?
After the tag, he comes into the ring, Johnny, and is going to whip him into the ropes for the tag, though. You're talking about teams and opponents. I still think that these two right here have got a date with destiny, and that destiny is, of course, to form a big superstar, Billy Graham and Jimmy Valiant.
Yes, I believe you're exactly right. There you see a shot of Jim Cornette with his little tennis racket, but when he slapped Rocky King and then they injured Rocky King, we saw superstar Billy Graham, the man bad to the bone, come and stand the aid of Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant. So they do have a date with destiny for that.
Gerald Finley now really being banged around by the Midnight Express. Clothesline with that forearm, quick, hard to the mat he goes, and another quick tag, and here comes Beautiful Bobby back after that tag.
What great news about the Starrcade 85, Bob. Co-host cities, Atlanta and Greensboro, 10 big main events, and that World Tag Team belt will be on the line with Ivan and Nikita against the Rock and Roll Express in the cage, and no DQ. Also, Ric Flair's belt will be on the line, and Bob, it's the Gathering. And the Gathering looks like they're coming together for Jim Crockett, another great promotion.
All right, now here is Loverboy Dennis in quickly after Finley. Got a couple of good kicks in at him and a stomp or two on the hand. Now a kick at the head again as they're mauling Finley. They're going to tag and switch on him again. Elbow, and down goes Finley. Johnny, you're right. Starrcade 85. What a gathering that's going to be. A cover. Can he hold him? Oh, Cornette said let him up.
We got something else.
I don't understand that.
I think he could have held him down right there, but Jim Cornette wanted him to be brought up and more punishment, and that might be a message toward superstar Billy Graham and the Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Valiant.
Loverboy Dennis had him in a stretch. Slings him right into the referee. Referee Tommy Young down to the mat, but he's back now after Finley again. Boy, they tag and they switch off, and Johnny Cornette has got himself a whale of a team, regardless of what you think of them as individuals.
And it's Loverboy Dennis in there. Got him up on that shoulder. A tag is made and a power slam.
Get in there, baby.
Come on.
Whoa!
What a move!
Bobby high from the air, down on Finley as he hooks the leg for the count of 3. And the Midnight Express has picked them up another win, Johnny. Watch it right here, fans, in slow motion as Loverboy Dennis will drive into the mat. Fans, right now, to find out more about Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair, let's go to this Pro Wrestling Illustrated scouting report and Bill Apter.
We're back at Pro Wrestling Illustrated Scouting Reports, and Rick, we're going to have an interview with the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
You amaze me. You still insist upon talking upon a has-been, a man who is not competing in our sport right now, a man who may never compete in professional athletics, period, again, much less professional wrestling.
Well, just
what's this deal you got for Dusty Rhodes? He's done. He's not competing at present time. Why waste important time in our program to talk about a man like Dusty Rhodes, who's finished? He's a has-been.
Well, you probably think that we have a videotape of Dusty Rhodes. However, we're now going to go live to Dusty Rhodes' home and speak with him. Hello, American Dream.
Bill Apter, it's real good to see you and talk to you here live from my home. I got two statements to make, two things to say, and I'll get off this program that is your program, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. You're talking to Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, because for the last 10 years he has dominated the sport of professional wrestling. You're talking to him because you, as a sports writer and a builder of magazines, the greatest wrestling magazines in the world, for the last 10 years, no man has graced to cover your magazine more than Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. Not because we're friends, it's because Dusty Rhodes sells more magazines. No promoter has called Dusty Rhodes and just wanted him because he was a friend. They called Dusty Rhodes because he is the greatest single box office attraction in this country today. And now we're sitting here talking about my injury and everything. Let me tell you something. This big old boy from Austin, Texas, the son of a plumber, you know, my old man was a plumber, and all he knew was plumbing. He was the best at what he did. Well, Dusty Rhodes is the best at what he did, bar none. Bar none. And for 3 or 4 weeks that have went by, I have taken an oath of silence and have not speak. And I want to apologize to my many fans because that's not the way I am. The mental agony, the mental strain, the mental anguish that I went through is over now. I've got that out of my mind. My thing now is coming back, working my way back, getting myself back ready for what I got to do. And I'm telling you what, I might have 1,000 great matches left in me, Bill Apter. Or I might have.
Hey, you got something to say to me? Forget about Bill Apter. You got something to say to me?
I might have that one super match. And that one there, baby, is what Dusty Rhodes coming back for. And sitting here with Ric Flair, it doesn't bother me at all because I know me sitting here and him sitting there, the cheap shot artist that you are, kid, you can't jump through the screen and get me from where you're at right now.
Dusty, the one question that the fans want to know is, will you ever be able to wrestle again?
Just like I said.
Yeah, let's hear this up front. Why don't you address this to me, Dusty Rhodes? I'm the host of this program. If you got something to say it to me. Forget about Bill Apter.
Well, you know, in years past, Ric Flair would have said it to you, but after losing the amount of respect that I have for you and the amount of respect that the people across this country have for you as an athlete and anything else, it doesn't really matter. I'll address this to you, and I'll tell you one time, just like everybody has a cutoff date in this life, brother. I am the American Dream. I live the American Dream, Ric Flair. From day one, I don't have to wear the Ralph Lauren suits and wear the Rolex watches and pretend that I'm somebody that I ain't. And that's all you're doing is pretending. Now, I used to really believe in you, kid, but now you're pretending. So I'm going to give you something to pretend about. Pretend that I'm not coming back. But mark it down in your book, brother. I'm on a time schedule. And Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, is coming back 100%. And this is just a little bit different. All the ha-ha and the glamour and all the wristwatches and all the suits you wear cannot save you now from Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. So you can talk all you want here about Dusty Rhodes. That's what I'm talking about, kid.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's a medical impossibility. And I've taken pride in the fact that it's a medical impossibility for you to ever perform the level you used to perform at, if perform at all, is advised in a professional wrestling ring. You're done. My hands are washed to you and your claim to the World Heavyweight Championship.
Let me say this one thing, Flair. My hands are clean of this situation. I heard one man that night that stuck in my craw more than anything in the world. Standing at ringside when they canned me out, and he said, Dusty Rhodes, you're too good. You're too nice. You got what you deserve, baby. Well, that's fine. That stuck right in my craw. I got what I deserve. Let me tell you something, Ric Flair, and you put this down, and you think about it, and you remember this. Ric Flair, I have no respect for you as a world champion. I have no respect for you as an athlete. I have no respect for you as a human being. You are a farce. You are a phony. You are a has-been. You are not. You are a pretender in a great athletic sport that you're in. And Dusty Rhodes tells it.
Nobody's going to talk to me like this on my program.
You're a pretender.
I don't care what you got to say to the world, Dusty Rhodes. You keep in mind that I put you where you're sitting right now with your leg on that table, all wrapped up in a big white cast.
We'll see you on Scouting Reports next week.
The world champion, nobody else. And Bill Apter, you remind me of that where I've gone.
The bell back at ringside. Don Kernodle and Ron Rossi in action here. Johnny, boy, what a confrontation that was between the American Dream and the world champion. Kernodle quickly out now with that neckbreaker on Ron Rossi.
And to expand on that a little farther, Bob, you know, the American Dream, we talked many times about the different opponents that Flair had to meet, the toughness of a Nikita or the quickness of a Magnum TA, and always that Dusty Rhodes was a great at the mind game, at psyching up his opponent. But boy, he sure looked right there with the comments that he really put Flair in his place.
Johnny, there's no doubt about that, and I tell you, the American Dream is really chomping at the bit to get back, and of course to repay that debt to Ric Flair. Let's don't forget the Andersons. Let's don't forget Arn Anderson. Let's don't forget Ole Anderson.
Arn, how about Arn earlier in the program stole the world
Stealing
TV
the belt. Yes, sir. Stole that TV World Television Championship belt right away from Dusty Rhodes and just took off with it.
Dusty Rhodes sure to come back, and he sure let Ric Flair know about it and what his intentions were. And Flair, needless to say, was really upset. When he fools with Dusty Rhodes, he's fooling with the master of the mind games, as well as being probably right up there at the top as a top contender in the whole world.
On their feet now, close to the center of the ring. Kernodle still with a headlock. Rossi with a couple of good elbows. Boy, there's an elbow right to the chin, and that sent Rossi reeling as Kernodle's going to lift him high in the air for the power slam. Boy, Johnny, he powered him hard to the mat. As we said, fans, what an exciting hour, and already, boy, we've had enough to fill an hour, Johnny, already with Starrcade 85
Starrcade
together.
News World Tag Team Champion. Arn Anderson stealing the World Television belt. Oh, what else could happen? We got a long way to go yet.
Kernodle now with the elbow drop as he covers Rossi. Kicks out only at a count of two. Looked for a moment like he had him down for the pin. Again, Kernodle has got him high in the air. What's he going to do with him now, Johnny?
Looks like a power slam. One of the first ones I saw use this was Don Kernodle to great success. Of course, he has always been an outstanding wrestler through the amateur ranks into the pros, and now he's off the top. And here comes that cannon. Ron Rossi crashed to the mat, and Kernodle goes for the Cobra hole right here. Bob, that could be it. He's in the center of the ring. I don't see any help or any escape for Ron Rossi right here.
Kernodle with a cannon as he came off of that top rope, and then with that Cobra. That is going to wrap it up, Johnny. No way Rossi could get out. He didn't have much left after that cannon shot off of that top rope, and the Cobra just put him right on out.
And the word of the match, Don Kernodle, and you see the cannon right off the top. From there into the Cobra hole, and the winner.
Fans, wherever they go, the excitement that these two create, the Rock and Roll Express, Robert Gibson, Ricky Morton, the former, and I got to emphasize, former World Tag Team Champions, Ricky.
Well, you know, Bob, ever since Robert and I become the Rock and Roll Express, we have been all over the world wrestling together. We have held a lot of regional titles, but the main title, the main goal we set out for was to put the NWA World Tag Team titles around our waist. Well, we've done that. We accomplished our goal. But I can't come out here and cry about spilt milk, because I got to say one thing. the Russians are the toughest. They are the biggest, and they are the baddest team in professional wrestling today. But you know, it took 3 of them to beat the Rock and Roll Express. But I'll say this right here. Every time we got in the ring with these guys, there was always 3. The fact of Robert and myself. But you know, it's no longer Robert and myself now. It's Robert and I and all these nice people out here that have stood behind us. So let me say one more thing. 2-on-2, I don't care who it is, or anywhere, any place, any kind of match, you can't beat the Rock and Roll Express. And we have proved that time and time again. So I'm gonna say this right here one more time. For all the people that stood behind us through thick and thin, remember one thing, that Rock and Roll is here to stay.
Robert?
Hey, like brother said, but we're here to stay. 2-on-2, they ain't no team in the country, baby, or the whole world can beat the Rock and Roll Express. As you can see, there's always 3 of the Russians, but 2-on-2, Dave, there's no way in the world.
I tell you, fans, these two have been the champion. They know what it's all about, and of course, they want to go right back there. A little later on, we're going to be showing just how the Rock and Roll Express, we want all of you fans to see just how they lost that championship. So if you two will stay here, and fans will be right back with that in just a moment. Fans here with the Rock and Roll Express, and we have a piece of videotape. Let's look at it right now and just see from the tape exactly how the Rock and Roll Express lost that World Tag Team Championship.
Rick? Right here we have Ivan Koloff with the double drop kick. He is gone. Here, the third man, Crusher Khrushchev, he is gone. But look at this. Nobody said Big Nikita can go off his feet. But watch this right here, Bob. Double drop kick. The lights are out, baby. Right here, we had the match under control. I feel we had them beat. But just to put a little bit of icing on the cake, no time limit, no disqualification. As you see, I'm on the top rope right here. The same thing he's done to me several times. The Sicko brother, but I have the chain in my hand. Boom! He don't know where he's at. He is gone, brother. The match belongs to the Rock and Roll Express. Right here, we still are the champions, but there's no referee. The referee got knocked out.
I mean, you just keep on
there. You see, right here. He is down for a 10 count, brother. 20 count. Look, he's nowhere around, but here goes Robert. Look at here, the third man again, Crusher Khrushchev. Knocks him down right here, Bob. You see right here, we have the match won. Now I'm going over
down for 30 seconds or longer.
Sir. I'm going over to check on Robert and the referee. Right here, you can see as he comes behind me, he's still dazed. He don't know where he's at. I got him right here. But look at this. Boom. If you see that right there in the corner, there's a chain hanging right there on the turnbuckle. Out goes the lights. Bob, at that time right there, brother, I didn't know what happened. See the chain? The chain right there. I'm in the middle of the ring. The 1, 2, 3. And the world titles we lost. But let me say one thing, Bob. Like I said many times before, Rock and Roll is at their best when they're down, brother. And Rock and Roll is always here to stay. You got us on this one, brother. You slicked us once. Shame on you. You slick us again. Shame on us. Robert.
That's right. Like you said, you saw the chain there. That's how they beat us. It took 3 of them. 2-on-2, they can't do it, baby. The 3-on-3, they did it. Hey, let me tell you something, guys. We're down, but we're not out.
And Rick is still with the chain now. And there goes the 3 right. They're having to still help him out of the ring.
Nikita right here, the big guy, brother. Nobody said it could be done, but with that double drop kick, with that Sicko with the chain, brother, Nikita's out. And we're going to be back. Don't forget, brother, Rock and Roll is here to stay. Be looking for us because we're going to be right in your face.
All right, the former World Tag Team Champions, Rock and Roll Express, and fans, you saw right there just how they lost that championship. And we're about ready for action in the ring. And in the ring are the Big Russians.
And the new World Tag Team Champions, and right there, Bob, all 3 of them are once again in the ring. Their opponents, the Italian Stallion and Pat Tanaka. Pat Tanaka, fine athlete and a great little wrestler. He's probably the #1 contender for Denny Brown's World Junior Heavyweight title. Right here, we're going to have the Stallion starting it off for the team of Tanaka and the Stallion. And it's Crusher Khrushchev in action for the Germans and for the Russians, and they better be looking out for the Rock and Roll Express.
Big Crusher Khrushchev, and Johnny, he is a big one, as is Big Nikita Koloff. The Stallion up, over, and over. Crusher comes back with a drop kick and floors the Big Russian. But I'll tell you, sometimes that old axiom about them, the bigger they are, the harder they fall, is true. There's a suplex from Crusher Khrushchev on the stallion, because we saw earlier in that film just how hard Big Nikita Koloff did fall when the Rock and Roll Express put that double drop kick on him.
Double drop kick has been a fantastic maneuver for the Rock and Roll Express, led them to that World Tag Team Champions. You know, the Russians with their belts back again was a long, long time before anybody could defeat them before. However, the Rock and Roll Express was not here. Once they got here, the belts quickly were off the Russians, and you know, Bob, there was wide evidence that 3 Russians were out there in that match that the Rock and Roll lost the belts with.
The Italian stallion has made the tag. Pat Tanaka quickly in. Ivan Koloff has got him out, turns him into the corner. And I tell you, when you talk about savvy in the ring, Johnny, you got to put the knowledge of this man right up there with the very best. Ivan Koloff, he's been there, he's done it all, and he knows it all. And he is tough in the ring.
He's really the stabilizing force of that team. Of course, the other 2 are a lot stronger. But that makes for a great team, and that makes the reason that they are the World Tag Team Champions.
Look at Crusher Khrushchev.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, he shows you just a little bit of how strong he is. He's got Tanaka high in the air over his head, just holds him there, Johnny, and comes down with a backbreaker.
That's right. We saw Nikita do that many times. Equal strength is in the body of Crusher Khrushchev. There's a patent maneuver of Ivan Koloff, and they look like they might be trying to... Oh! There's that Russian sickle, almost took off Pat Tanaka's head, and this could be it. There's a 3 count.
You don't get up from that Russian sickle very often, and there was no way that Pat Tanaka, after having already taken the punishment that he had, was going to get up. It was a vicious sickle from Crusher Khrushchev, and Johnny, we can see it right here in slow motion.
Here's the maneuver of Ivan. The patent maneuver of Ivan, and he's lays him on the rope, Bob. There's just no way for your neck to go in that position, and from there, that Russian sickle delivered by Crusher Khrushchev, the winner, the World Tag Team Champion, Ivan Koloff, Crusher Khrushchev.
Fans, with me right now, a man that's proving to be a man of many surprises, Superstar Billy Graham. One of those, the turn of events, which really surprised me between the Superstar and Paul Jones.
Yeah, shocked the wrestling world. We got to make it official. Paul Jones no longer qualifies to be a weasel. You see, he's below and far worse than a weasel. From this day forth, we're going to make a proclamation. Paul Jones will be known as Pigface. Pigface Paul Jones, Superstar Billy Graham, the strongest, the baddest, and also the sweetest, with the Boogeyman. Handsome Jimmy Valiant, the Boogeyman, had to come to the man's aid. Why? Because the man has got soul. The man has got compassion. Superstar and the Boogeyman, we love all the children. We love the sick, the afflicted, the lame. We love the ones that can't hear us. We love the ones that are blind that can't see us. We love all God's children. And Jimmy Cornette and the Midnight Express, Jimmy Cornette is so low that a snake crawled across the top of him. And he looked up and saw the dew on the bottom of the snake's belly. And he said, that dew looks like the stars in the Milky Way. That's low. The Midnight Express, they're going to feel the Man of Steel.
Fans, Superstar Billy Graham, and I tell you, there's a man that you're going to hear a lot from. Superstar Billy Graham. And Johnny Weaver, in the hearts of all of these fans in this arena, they're still the world champions.
Well, they certainly are. and the adrenaline's really pumping for in that ring, Bob. And they're really going to work on the team of Gene Ligon and Tony Zane. And boy, they're out to get those belts back. And you know, Bob, I believe at 2-on-2 they can do it.
They can do it, and I think they proved that. And I think we saw that earlier in the film. Here is Ricky Morton, high in the air with a leg now, down across Zane. And a tag and a switch. Boy, they came out, and they came out in a hurry. They mean business here.
That adrenaline is really pumping. They're really fired up, and they're intent on getting them World Tag Team belts back, Bob.
Rock and Roll Express. And the crowd, they love them. Gibson with a hard knee lift sends Tony Zane reeling toward the Rock and Roll Express corner, and they're going to tag and switch as Robert Gibson comes in.
A 2 count right there. They almost polished off this team for another great victory. And look at that teamwork in that corner. They don't stay in too long. They keep a fresh man in there, and they're keeping their opponents dazzled and confused in the whole match, which they usually do, Bob, with their speed and agility.
Here's Ricky Morton now as he's got Tony Zane. Johnny had him set up, and he came hard with a neck twister on that. Boy, Zane was just shaking his head as he was sitting on the mat. He's in a whirlwind, and he doesn't exactly know how to get out of it.
They certainly have. They have really come out of the gate shooting here. They brought it right to their opponents, and they're trying to polish them off for another great win here on national television. Double drop kick. There was that double drop kick. And we saw earlier in the program what that did to Nikita and the Russians.
The timing on that move is simply fantastic.
And a clothesline off that top turnbuckle. And it's all over. The winners of the match, the Rock and Roll Express, Robert Gibson, Ricky Morton.
Champions in the ring in one action to the champions outside. Here are the Russians.
First, I tell all American people, Rick Flair, you are the American team. This Nikita like, but you still world champion. This Nikita no like. In time, Nikita tell the people why you still world champion of the Lions.
Yes, Nikita. You know, we not only got our World Tag Team belts back, but we also got our chain back. Yep. So now, you see Rock and Roll Express, Nikita outsmarted you. Very strategic move he did. Whenever you thought you came off of the top rope with the chain and hit Nikita, you thought you had him beat. You thought you had him beat. But Nikita was very smart. He put you in a position where you were very vulnerable and then picked you up and threw you right into the turnbuckle. Nikita and myself captured the World Tag Team belts back again. Now, I don't like one bit what this Jimmy Crockett come out here and he said about Starrcade 85. We got to get in cage match against this Rock and Roll Express. We showed them who we were masters, that we were better than them, that we could defeat them. Why do we even have to wrestle them? We should be able to take on other teams. This Rock and Roll Express says because of the people behind them, they're going to be able to take belts back away from us. With the promoters helping them, with the officials helping them, putting us in cage match.
See you next week, fans. We got to go, and until then, so long for now.